I understand that. There's people, because I think everybody, have you watched Shark Tank and they show these guys drinking this thing and overnight it takes your fat.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Yeah, all those quick fixes, the silver bullets.
yeah, I'm waiting for a cancer to come out of that one. I mean, that sounds too good to be true. Anything that eats your body in the middle of the night, come on. I don't think I want to do that. So, so tell me, what's going on with the gym right now? I've been told the membership's up and the people are getting excited over there.
Oh, yeah, we've seen a membership increase. A lot of people just want to come in and have conversations with our coaches, with me, Josh and Alex, our two other awesome coaches that are there. We're actually hosting our first deadlift competition on the 18th and 19th between 12 and 2. So, you know, it's going to be traditional deadlift, and we've got prizes. We partnered with Nutrition Factory, and they're providing a lot of the supplements and stuff like that you can get for first, second, third place.
So when's that again?
The 18th and 19th, so 3 days from now. And
so what category could I enter?
You
have a cheese ball anti-Twinkie eater?
We'll go with the later age, just beginning. Yeah, you know what? We'll find a spot for you, Maisel. You got it.
Oh man, I'm up here at the food pantry, and you know we get a lot of cakes, snack cakes donated and stuff, and the bakeries send cakes and donuts from time to time. If they haven't, you know, they've made too many for the day, and they don't sell them the next day, so they give them to us to give out at the pantry.
Okay.
But those things talk to you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, I'm happy to not speak their language, but I've got a workmate here at the station. I'm not going to mention his name, but he and I are going to have a little challenge. We're both trying to lose weight and work out, and he's joined another gym, which is fine. But well, you know, the important thing is getting in shape. People don't realize, and I've forgotten how much better you feel after exercising and, you know, breaking a sweat and doing just some basic stuff. You know, the slam ball routine. What's that called?
Yeah.
What's that called again?
Well, so it's basically a form of like high intensity interval training that I have you doing, to where, you know, you have the slam balls. You basically just get like a weighted ball. You lift it up over your head. You slam it on the ground, and it's a ball that doesn't bounce, so it just dies right there on the ground. You have to squat down, pick it up. You do that for as fast as you can and as hard as you can for 30 seconds. I mean, it targets a bunch of different muscle groups.
Well, I'm using the heaviest ball now. I was at the wimpy ball, and then I got to the big boy ball. Now I'm using the dude ball, and then the toughest one. Anyway.
Oh, no.
And then the other one, where you slam and catch it.
Yeah.
What's that one called?
I just call those ball slams, or ball push downs. And that it targets the opposite muscle groups is what the ball slams do. So when you come like that, you're working out a lot of your lats, you know, some of your back muscles, and you're tightening your core when you do it. This, when you're pushing the ball straight down, you're working out your chest, your shoulders, your triceps. So it's a very good combination, those two together.
Well, it's making a difference. I can tell. I wore a sport coat Sunday to preach in that I haven't worn in a while. And so church members come up and said, "Hey, Pastor, I think you've lost some weight." People are noticing.
Oh, I love it, man.
And so I say, well, you can thank my pal Bobby for that.
Yeah, you're putting in the work. Putting in the work. And now that you told me you have a competition with someone you work with, we're going to be stepping on the gas a little bit.
Well, you know, it could almost be a competition between the gyms, huh? Which gym can produce the better product?
Well, I can just go out on a limb and say us, of course. That's from my unbiased position. That's what I will say.
I will say you guys got a great staff over there. If folks were to walk in, let's see, Liz is the manager, right?
Yes.
And then Alex and you are trainers.
Yes.
And
Josh is the fitness director.
Josh is the fitness director. And is that pretty much the main core people they'll see?
The main people. You might see a couple other people when you just walk in. We have Zoe. She's our assistant manager. She's awesome. But really, anybody that you walk in and you see, you just grab them and, you know, just talk about what you want to do. If you're looking at opening up a membership, if you want to talk to a trainer, just about some issue, and everybody knows which direction to point you and you know, kind of where to take you. So.
Now, let me tell you, the three things that I think if you go to the gym, just understand it's going to happen today. If it's been a while since you've been to the gym, understand one, it's a fashion statement now. People don't just, I used to go grungy, you know, when I went to, not now. You have, everything needs to match. They'll give you the look. Even the guys are, everyone wears something cool. So I will say, you need to go and buy you some workout clothes that match. The second thing is, don't bring in your cell phone, please. It's not you don't check your social media in between stations. That takes too much time. And my third little suggestion is listen to what your trainer says and do it properly. Because when you try to take shortcuts, it's not going to work.
Nope.
Would you agree with those three observations?
Oh, I would absolutely agree with him, especially the third one. We're working on the second one with the cell phones. It's you know, it's understandable if you're coming in, you're listening to music, stuff like that. But I gotta tell you, it boils my blood a little bit when I look down and someone's sitting on a machine I want to use and they're just swiping through something. And I got to be tactful with how I handle that.
There was one young man, and he had to be maybe 20-ish. He was in a hurry, and he went up to some. I saw him. Hey, you done with that, dude? I'm in a hurry.
Oh yeah.
And this older guy says, "Oh, you can have." But he wasn't unkind.
Oh no.
But working out, it's like a community is what I'm getting at. You've got to learn to share. But I've never gone in there and can't get a good workout in because there's multiple machines. You've got me doing the pull up and the dip down. Those dips, man, are making a huge difference in my core, in my chest, in my arms. And I kind of broke a new record with you Friday. I was shocked, but so you've really got my strength up, which I appreciate. What about somebody that's driving down the road right now for the 20th time? They've said, I need to join a gym, but they've put it off and put it off. We're speaking to former Maisel, the Twinkie lover. What would you say to the Twinkie lovers out there and the Little Debbie inhalers that need to put them down and start working out? And I'm being facetious. I can say that because I'm a former fatty trying to recover from fatness. What's your word to them?
Well, I mean, what I say is just the longer that you put it off, the harder that it's going to be to get into it. And you kind of build it up in your mind as this thing. It's like on a pedestal. And like I understand that the hardest part about any program, regimen, anything is just starting. Step one is always the biggest step. And as soon as you actually get your foot in the door, that can just be opening up a gym membership or walking into a gym just to get a tour around, even if you don't have any intention on joining that day. You just kind of want to just test it out, see if it's a good feel. That first step is the hardest. And then once you actually start making steps in that direction, you realize that, it's not as big of a deal just to get started wherever you're at as, what your mind creates. Your mind does a lot of mental gymnastics that's pretty big detriment to most people's health.
Well, and let me just speak for the ladies out there. A lot of women get discouraged. Okay, guys too, I guess, but I just know a lot of ladies. I've got 3 daughters and a wife, of course, and they can get really discouraged. And so we just need to say, hey, there are female trainers there too. But let me shift real quick. Today's the anniversary of the debacle Afghan withdrawal. August 15th, 2022 marks the 1-year anniversary of the fall of Kabul of the Taliban. CSIS will be hosting a series of events virtually in person reflecting on this event. But you served in Afghanistan and you withdrew. You served up to 2014, was it?
Yes, I did.
What's it mean to you today's the 1-year anniversary? I mean, was that hard for you to watch that crazy withdrawal?
It was one of the hardest days that I've had since I got back and I got out of the military. It just, I don't know what I expected, but seeing the events unfold and seeing the 13 service members, get blown up and killed, it just, the unnecessariness of it was what really got to me, because I understand war's war, the enemy has a say, but there's no reason that this should happen the way that it did.
Well, you're a former Marine, so you know what it's like. You guys never leave a man behind, that kind of mentality. but we left people behind. We left citizens, we left informants, and there were and the media didn't play it up, but there were people that were literally shot in their homes and in the streets that were deemed American allies, and there were citizens afraid for their life. This was terrible. And why do you think the media, if this had been Trump, they would have been they would have not stopped playing it? But why do you think? I mean, you're in the military. Is it generals that make these stupid decisions? Because I don't think Biden really made this decision. Who do you think helps make those decisions?
It's it is the generals. It's the higher chain of command. It's the Department of Defense. You know, the Secretary of Defense, and really the just like the top brass of each branch, and everybody that I talk to, every one of my friends who are still in, who, you know, they're middle rank, they're even like on the enlisted side, they're higher ranking. Everybody knew exactly what was going to happen as soon as we just pulled out of there, without any back plan, any negotiations. And you know, that was one of the things that I know that Trump did right was, you know, even though we were drawing down our forces, we still had a small, you know, contingent there. And with the threat of responding to attacks, that was all that it took for us not to lose a single, you know, soldier, sailor, Marine, you know, for 18 months. And
let me ask you this: what does it do to you to know that that China now occupies that base that you once stayed at?
I honestly don't know if I can think about that, because it brings some stuff up in me that I don't know if I want to revisit, because I know that there's nothing that I can do about that right now.
I just can't believe that we surrendered our base to China. We gave over 80 million, or I don't know how much dollars, in weaponry to the enemy. Aircraft, tanks.
Well, and you know what that does as it trickles down throughout the you know, the chain of command and everything like that. It's, you know, if somebody was deployed, if we were deployed and somebody lost an NVG, so just a night vision goggle, the entire unit would be mobilized to try to go out and find it, like if it was dropped on the battlefield or something. And this actually happened one time, and you know, the chain of command said that, you know, if the enemy gets night vision capabilities, that's really bad for us, just for one device.
And we left them thousands of them, right? The highest quality. Not to mention, Trump said what was in those helicopters, the technology, unbelievable.